All right, so if you guys were in my stream yesterday, then you probably know that for a brief moment, I sort of talked a little bit about the Phantom Megalodon because a lot of you were asking me so many questions about it. And honestly, I know it's a little weird because the Megalodon has been out for such a long time now, but believe it or not, there still is people out there that unfortunately have not been able to get it because they just don't simply understand how it works. So for starters, let's get one thing out of the way, and that is the fact that the Phantom Megalodon is considered a limited fish. Now, the reason for this is extremely simple. The Phantom Megalodon can only be obtained during the weekend, meaning that you have until Saturday and Sunday to be able to obtain this fish. After that point, Monday through Friday, it remains completely unobtainable. Fish that can only be obtained for a limited time that will be completely removed from the game are always going to be listed under the limited fish tab right up here. If a fish is under the permanent tab, even if it is labeled as limited, that means that it is obtainable. It's just either time locked or maybe seasonal locked, or like in this case, weekend locked. Now, as of the time that I'm recording this video, it is fairly late into the afternoon of Sunday, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to get ourselves a couple of Megalodons to see if we are lucky enough to get our hands on one, because there still sort of is one question that I personally haven't gotten answered yet. Even though technically speaking, I could just DM a developer really quick and get the answer, I sort of want to put it to the test myself, and that is whether you can get it with and without an eclipse. Vast majority of people tell me that you can get it with an eclipse, and that is the intended way to do it, which if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's what it says inside of the bestiary. I've personally never actually cared enough to chase after a Phantom Megalodon, so I've technically never caught one. So unfortunately, I see the description of when you've already caught it, because it does kind of change the description, which shout out to AGD Fox for giving me my very first one. Speaking of Megalodon, let's go handle this really quick here. First try and then we freeze? What? Nah, that's crazy. I literally caught it first try and I froze. I thought this issue was fixed. It never actually crossed my mind to check the fish wiki. When the Megalodon was introduced, I was given a bunch of Megalodons by a bunch of different people. So technically speaking, I never actually got to see the description of the Phantom Megalodon, which technically tells you how to obtain it. But if you look right here, it literally says, unlike other Megalodons, the Phantom Megalodon is only catchable during real life weekends, hence its limited rarity as opposed to exotic. But if we scroll up a little bit more here, you'll see the bestiary hint right here, which is technically what you would see if you hadn't discovered it. And it says the Phantom Meg only emerges during the eclipse and twilight hours of the celestial cycle, when the sun and moon align every 7 days. So in other words, not only does it need to be the weekend, but it also needs to be an eclipse. So with that being said, let's go ahead and sundial and pop a couple of eclipse here, because we will be absolutely successfully catching this Megalodon in today's video. So here we go. Let's see how this goes. So here we go. Megalodon is up. Eclipse is up as well. Is this going to be our moment? Kind of funny because I'm pretty sure that it's still extremely rare to get, even though we do have an eclipse up and we do have a Megalodon up. Okay, we got ourselves a Megalodon. Not a 85% though. Kind of unfortunate, but it's perfectly fine, man. We move on to the next one. Just to go ahead and point it out, it is another ancient. All right, second attempt, and unfortunately still another negative 80%, dude. This is gonna be a journey, I can already tell. Well, it looks like we might actually be losing our first Meg here, because it's not looking too good right now, me being able to catch this one. Dang, it looks like we took an L here, man. I mean, it still hasn't gone away technically, but we did just lose our eclipse. So, man, that kind of sucks. We've been literally fishing for this one for a while now. It's definitely been over 10 minutes now. I'm probably going to go ahead and sundial just because I really don't want to waste the time. And then we're just going to have to risk another eclipse totem, even though this is probably going to disappear in like the next minute or two. Either way, I need to have an eclipse up. Yep. So we unfortunately took an L there and did not catch that Meg. I'm actually pretty sad. We literally spent like 20 minutes there. Another negative 80%. Man, this is starting to become a bit of a nightmare now. Just to put it in perspective, we've caught, I believe, 7 or 8 different Megalodons because I did technically lock one of them. And I also just realized that one of them is blighted, which is kind of cool. It's a blighted ancient Megalodon. It actually looks super sick, but still, unfortunately, no Phantom Megalodon in sight. Kind of unfortunate. The grind pretty much continues now. And another negative 80%. Believe this is now Megalodon number 9. And just like that, we literally got bugged again. Dude, what if I'm getting bugged every single time that I'm getting a Phantom? Can you imagine the torture that it would be if I was getting bugged out every single time that I'm actually going to crash out. Oh my God, this can't be happening right now. It's been like hours. It feels like it's been hours. So not only was it an 80%, but I also just lost my 1,235 streak to it. I didn't even get enough time to press record again so that I can show you guys. I'm so over this hunt already, dude. We've gone through like 12 different Megalodons. It's probably been like 2 or 3 hours. Just give me the Phantom. Please give me the Phantom. I guess the only plus side here is that if you look over here on the side, it says I lost my streak to the Megalodon. The plus side is that I guess maybe I have another chance at an 85% now, but there is that possibility that I might just not get anything at all. Bro, this is now the 3rd time that it freezes on me during an eclipse. I'm genuinely starting to believe that Phantom Megalodons might be bugged. There's literally no way that coincidentally this happens every single time. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, man. This video started off with me just trying to show you guys how to properly obtain the Phantom Megalodon, and it's sort of turned into something now completely different where, for one, I've gone ahead and notified Neil, which is the lead developer for the entire game right now, about the entire issue that's going on with the whole entire freezing while you're fishing. And at first, I kind of thought it was just all Megalodons that maybe were occasionally having this issue, where maybe if you were back-to-back fishing Megalodons, it would just freeze from time to time. But now I'm sort of getting the feeling that it might be just Phantom Megalodon. I decided to go through my comment section as well as even some of my DMs, and it turns out for the last couple of days, a lot of you have been telling me about this, and I just wasn't even aware. Now, it's kind of unfortunate, man, because I did want to go ahead and really catch my own one for this video and to show you guys just the proper way of doing it, which nothing does change. That is the correct way to be able to obtain one. You have to do it during the weekend with an eclipse active, but it just seems that right now it's just a tiny bit bugged. Now, in the pinned comment section to this, once I get a reply back from Neil, I'll go ahead and let you guys know once it's been taken care of. It's honestly kind of unfortunate because the start of this video is probably going to be me like all excited that I'm going to finally go and get it, but then closer to the end, you guys are going to realize that I just didn't get it, and the reason for that is because I just kept freezing every single time. Now, I get that I'm an admin and I can technically just spawn it in if I want to, but where's the fun in that? Plus, me spawning it in is not really going to solve the problem of knowing whether this works or not, so that would just be a dumb thing to do. So instead, we're just going to go ahead and share the message with you guys. Be aware of this. Like I said, keep coming back and check out the comment section to this video. I will let you guys know as soon as this has been addressed. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that we're ending off the video right here, man. Can't really say if you enjoyed it, drop a like, but I guess if you found it informative and you are happy that I put myself through the torture of hours of fishing as well as losing all of my eclipse totems, then drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Either way, that's gonna do it for this video, man. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.